Hi guys, this is Tina here and you're back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about how to do the right things. Now what I mean by how to do the right things is, some of us have this confusions. We are living in a confusion. We are so scared to explain ourselves. There are so many people out there like this, and I'm one of those. So I've been in these situations for a long time, and I can't decide things on my own just because I always overthink and overanalyze things that my decisions or my idea or my you know my judgment could be wrong, because I always overthink and analyze things. Like the problem is actually small, but I tend to branch it out to thousands of thoughts in my mind. So this is where the problem starts. Now I believe there's some people out there like this, but they just can't express themselves out because they feel it's embarrassing. And I'm here making this video for those people who have the same issue like me, and I want to help you guys solve this issue because I found some solutions for this problem. So there's 5 ways to get rid of this problem. Okay, so number 1 is considering and evaluating the problem or situations. So for example, an incident has occurred. For example, that let's say that you have wrongly done something. Let me give you an actual example of myself, of what has happened to me actually. So I was actually instructed to send an email to the customers. Okay, I'm working in a company where I have to deal with customers. I mean, all of us have to deal with customers. So I'm in customer service department as well. So I'm sort of like doing the administration and customer service. But although I'm not so good at it, I'm I wouldn't say that I'm trying my best as well, because I am not trying my best. That is another issue that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so I was actually instructed to send an email to some customers, and I was actually unsure. I was told this is what has to be done, but in my mind I was unsure whether whatever that I'm gonna do is right or wrong. It's gonna be wrong. I shouldn't do this. It's in my mind, and something is stopping me from doing it. And guess what? By end of the day, I didn't accomplish the job. Yes, and my only reason is that I'm unsure whether it's gonna be right or wrong, and that was so stupid. Okay, because I was actually instructed to do something, so just get it done. Why do you have to like branch out things and think that I shouldn't have sent this email tomorrow, maybe I should have sent it in this way, maybe I could be wrong, maybe this has to be done, maybe someone else could do it. A lot of things in my mind. Okay, so the only solution for this problem is that if you ever have things going on in your mind like this, you just can't think on your own, you get someone's opinion and just get it done. All right, your assumptions is your main problem. Note this down. So secondly is that imagine possible outcomes. Possible outcomes means, okay, now possible outcomes. So for example, something bad has happened. I have done a mistake. So from there, you have to imagine possible outcomes. If only I have done this job, what are the things that could be done? Something could have been accomplished by the day. For example, the pros and the cons could be, if I didn't do the job, I'm gonna get fired. So possible outcomes. So I have a book with you. Maybe I have a book with me right here. Maybe we can just have a look. Okay, so you can have a book like this and jot down every single thing that you do every single day. So by doing this, you can actually improve yourself, because you are seeing your problems, and if you're working on it, you're making some improvements, you'll be seeing some results. So that's number 2. You can see your progress, in other words. Okay, number 3 will be consider any other individuals involved in this problem. Okay, so many times whenever I'm doing something, I wouldn't think if it's going to affect some other people, if it's going to affect big time. So I just think, I feel what am I going to do is going to be right. So I just do it without realizing that it will affect some people and it's going to affect some, something really bad is going to happen. I don't always think in that way. So my advice here is that whenever you're doing something, I want you to think, whether it is right or wrong, and think in possible in different ways. Okay, what I mean by different ways is that you have to also think whether your decision is going to affect people or if it's going to affect other things. If you can think of the worst case scenarios and come up with your solution, that'll be great. This is what I've not been doing. I always think whatever that I'm gonna be doing is right, which is wrong. All right, so number 4 will be do not overthink. This is the major problem that I have to change. So what happens is when something happens, I always tend to overthink this one little problem, this one little situation into a big one, and I'm actually helping myself to get into trouble. This is the main issue that I have to solve it. So like I said earlier, if you can't make up your mind, talk to someone, just let it out, just come up with solutions and move on. Okay, do not overthink and create your own problem. This is something really bad that if you are also having this problem, you have to really come out of it. I am trying my best to come out of this problem. All right, and number 5 will be neutral. What I mean by be neutral is that when something occurs, when you get into some situation, you got to make sure that you are not dealing it with emotions, because all of us have emotions. So like when someone attacks you, you get really angry and you scold them back. But what I'm trying to say is be in a neutral stand and you'll be able to view things clearly. You can solve this problem better. You can also overcome whatever problems that you have. You don't get affected. That is the secret. Don't ever get affected, and try to be on neutral state and you will be able to solve the problem. This is what I'm trying to say. All right, and if you still feel confused, if you feel so stressed out, if you really can't decide what you want to do, whether it's right or wrong, I would suggest to have a word with someone. Different people have different opinions, so when you can see their opinion, maybe you can come up with some ideas, maybe you can get some solutions for problems. So this is what I am actually practicing for myself to get rid of this problem. So if you have the same problem, I hope you can follow these steps, and it's really working for me. And see you guys on my next video. Checking out.